Hello and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to Christmas in September, where on the 25th of every month lots of my crafty friends join me and we do something to either finish an ongoing Christmas project that we haven't been able to finish, or get a bit of a head start on this year's Christmas. And one of the reasons I really wanted to do this is last year, somehow Christmas crept up on me, and I really was not ready in time. So the last couple of months I've done cards. Last month I did some tags, so I did things to get myself a little bit ahead for this year. And today I'm doing a layout for my generic album, and this is an 8.5 by 11 companion page to one that I did a couple of months ago, which I wanted to show you, and for some reason I can't find it and it's not in the album. So I don't know whether I brought it to my nephew to show it to him or whether I put it in his album, so I'll have to go find it. But this is from 2019, but it just represents one of the ways we get ready at the bakery for the Christmas season, the onslaught and the craziness. And we love just to take pictures of you know, some of our freezers or whatever the night before, often the 22nd, 23rd, or 24th, where everything is just chock-a-block and you can barely budge the night before. And then, of course, by 2 or 3 o'clock the next day, this is all totally empty. And the previous page I had done was actually one of a full container that we have of frozen goods out in the back that we need to keep going for a week or so before Christmas. So an 8.5 by 11, and this layout I love because basically this was strictly using scraps on my desk. So I took my white cardstock, I cut it down just a little bit so that I could back it on this lovely green. And then I went in, I have these Heidi Swap mini stencils that I have not used in forever. And as you know, I'm trying to just dig into the stash and get things done. So I dug these out, and they're this fun little triangle stencil that reminded me, I guess it reminds me a little bit of trees, if you really want to give yourself some good imagination. So made it a little bit more Christmassy for me. So I decided to just put that a little bit on my background with this lovely Nouveau Glacier paste that my dear friend Karina sent to me in this beautiful Christmas, but all year round, gorgeous green. So I just put that down on my background, and then I basically just framed my photo in the same green. So, you know, I just, you know, gutted this and then used this as a background, and this sort of gold, but a fairly matte gold paper, mounted it on foam. And then for this little background layered cluster, I just puzzle pieced pieces that were on my desk. This gorgeous paper that my friend Karen sent me from, I think it's Maja Designs. This is a tiny little strip. This was one little strip, and I cut it in 3 tiny little pieces. This is also something you'll see here. This is just a little tiny strip, and then this was sort of a small rectangle, and I cut this piece out a la Christie and this piece out, and just pieced all of these on my background to create just some fun layering. You've seen me do this before. This is a design that I enjoy doing with scraps because it does let the paper show through as well. Tucked a little tag, which was also a piece in fact, I think it's just the tiniest little piece here that was already a tag, and then I just put some vanilla and gold twine through my little tag hole, got some Nicole Jones 911 printables out and did some punching, and fussy cutting of the arrows, because of course arrows is still one of our focuses for September. This little piece up here was a very tiny little scrap left from a Vicky Bouton 6x8 paper. I just did a little bit of a banner to do a little bit of a cluster up here. And as opposed to doing just strictly a cluster down here in the corner to have my corners and sides filled and give a little bit of a diagonal field, there you go, Helen. I sort of did the title cluster down here. So ready and stocked, using my Happy Life in gold to mimic the 2019 in gold up here. Stocked are from my Alpha Beans letters, and then I finished off some enamel dots in some shimmery different tones of green, from pale, almost yellowy, to a little bit darker, but very, very shimmery. And there you go. And if I can find the other layout, I will show it to you in my Freeze Friday, because it has the journaling on it. So therefore, this one does not need the journaling. It's really just a companion page. So there you go. There is my Christmas in September into my generic album. This I recorded in 2019, but it is something that happens every single year, so it doesn't need to be repeated. It'll be in the generic album, and it will be there, and it will remind me of all of the years that we get ready for Christmas. Please make sure you take a few minutes to pop on down below and follow all of my lovely friends that have, you'll see cards, you'll see layouts, you'll see December dailies, all sorts of Christmas projects. And we will see you again for Christmas in October, on the 25th of October. Have a wonderful day. Bye.